General Hyde, Daniel Jackson, we've never met. I'd like to be on the team that goes after them.
You're not in any position to make demands, Jackson.
Oh. How to win friends and influence people? That looks medieval, not Egyptian. I do like their helmets, where they flip down and flip up.
Hey. They don't know what to do with me. And I don't know what to do with myself.
Surely they should all be in some sort of quarantine. They don't know what kind of microbes or diseases are on the other planet. It's not great that they're allowed to just go through and wander back. From a security point of view, that's pretty poor. I'm also surprised you'd be allowed to leave. You'd surely be having weeks of debriefings.
What time is it anyway? I must have a gate lag or something.
That's actually probably true. I mean, the time would be very different. I can't remember if it was light or not when they left, but yeah, if it was daytime on the planet and nighttime on Earth, you'd have gate lag. Good description.
Yes, when am I going to meet your wife?
After I came back from Abbott, it was the first time she already left.
Again, I said in the film, we saw his wife open the door and she was very offhand with the Air Force officers who arrived. She seemed angry. I think I said I assume it was his gun that his son took and accidentally shot himself, and I would assume then the wife would blame him for it. I'm quite sure he blames himself for it as well, which is why he was so down in the film. And in fact, he had a gun by the side of him, looked like he was considering shooting himself. So I'm not surprised that his wife left. It would be hard to stay. If you blame someone for the death of your child, it would be hard to stay with them.
I think in her heart she forgave me for what happened to our kid. She just couldn't forget. I'll never forgive myself.
God, if it was his gun, which it must be, how do you get over that? You would blame yourself. So that's the soldier that we saw taken in at the beginning of the episode. He seems a happy, friendly, chirpy chappy.
You could be the vessel for my future queen. Yes, very nice indeed.
Okay, a bit wrong. So, he's looking for a vessel for his queen. In the film, the alien took a human body and inhabited it because in the human body form, they have a sarcophagus device that they can get into, which prolongs their life. Which is why they take. Seems to be why they're taking human form and why they're taking humans now. So there are other aliens out there of this alien anyway that they're looking for humans, the right human, to put themselves into. I think.
Does she please you, my love?
What's that? So she didn't please her. I don't understand what that thing was. That's not what we saw in the film. So they're different aliens.
So you're saying Ra's not the last of his race after all? I mean, think of how much we could learn. Think of what we could bring back.
What you could bring back is precisely what I'm afraid of, Captain. 9 teams whose duties will be to perform reconnaissance, determine threats, and if possible, to make peaceful contact with the peoples of these worlds.
Whoa.
Colonel O'Neill,
Sir?
your team will be designated SG1.
Okay.
Dr. Jackson, we need you to work as a consultant with the other SG teams from here. Your expertise in ancient cultures and languages are far too valuable.
Okay. So, there's going to be 9 teams. So, SG1, SG2, SG3. We're going to be following SG1, the main team, I would assume. 9 teams going out to all different locations. That's a big thing. And dangerous. Like I said, you don't know what you're going to find on the planets you go to. Who knows what they could bring back, and the attention they could draw to themselves as well. So yes, there's the how can I put it? The possibility of discovering new things that can help, but it's risky as well. I suppose the door's already open though, literally.
I really have to be on their team.
Makes sense for him to be as based at the base for all the teams, not on one.
I know you're probably not feeling so hot, but we need something from you.
He's ahead of you.
Looks like he's way ahead of you, Colonel.
Could you really remember the symbols?
In the event you fail to notify base camp within 24 hours, SG2 will scrub the mission.
This 24 hours thing is way too long. I would not be giving them that long. That seems very weird to me.
Alright, let's confirm transmitter codes. Remember, only the right code will open the iris, and if you lose your transmitter, you cannot get home.
They can't get back through the gate without a code for that shield that comes up, which makes sense. Although if anyone's got code, they can get back. So are they not sent? What if he got it wrong? I mean, he's not in a great state. What if he saw one of the symbols incorrectly, or he's made a mistake in a drugged up stupor? Are they not sending anything through to start with just to make sure it's safe? Who knows what's on the other side?
If you do not return in 24 hours, your remote transmitter codes will be locked out, and the iris will be sealed permanently.
Okay, so after 24 hours, which still says too long, but their codes are disabled. So even if someone does take it and use it, they won't be able to use it after that time. Which, that's a good security measure. So basically, they got 24 hours, and after that, that's it. They're stuck. They'll never be able to get back. Why wouldn't it be guarded? If this is where these guys are, you'd think they'd have soldiers there guarding it.
You figure out yet how to align this gate to get back home?
Yeah, the device is the same as on Abydos. This symbol represents
You briefed Kowalski's team yet?
Yes, this symbol represents
job.
He doesn't care. Does it work? Yes, that's enough for me.
Carter?
Set up a line of claymores along that ridge.
Although, he was trying to say this symbol, and the only thing I can think of is this symbol represents the planet we're on. So that's the 7th symbol. So they know the 6 symbols for Earth. I think from what he was saying, they know the 7th symbol for the planet. That means, yes, they can dial back to Earth. That would make sense for what he was trying to say. But yeah, the Colonel didn't care. I thought this was family friendly. That's surprised me a bit. This will be edited if I include this bit on YouTube, and I suspect I will be for my reaction to it. You will not be seeing what I'm seeing. I'm really surprised.
Does she please you, my love?
So yes or no? Looks like a yes. I don't understand what that is. Ooh.
All right, Captain, take a position 50 yards. Oh, for crying out loud.
Oh, that's not good.
The man has not changed.
Has to follow orders.
Unless we want to get ourselves a really bad reputation, I just think we should avoid shooting the first people we meet on a new planet.
That's true.
It's a derivation of Arabic combined with...
Yeah, all right.
I like the way he just didn't care. Just make it work.
Sure. Sounds good.
I hear it's nice this time.
I like the humour. It's got a very different. It's trying to work out what's Roman architecture. So they seem to have different architecture on different planets. So you have like Egyptian, Roman, medieval. I suppose. I don't know. It seems convenient, but the people on the first planet were subjugated. Basically, they were kept at that technological level. They weren't allowed to read or write, so that makes sense. They haven't developed. I don't know how these people are. Have they had free reign to develop? I don't know. In which case, they might have started off at the Egyptian technological level, and they might have progressed if they don't have the same no reading and writing rules. So it does kind of make sense that they would have developed, not necessarily that they would develop into exactly the same like columns and things that we have on Earth. Don't know, that just seems a bit convenient, but it makes a bit of sense.
Why are they treating us like this?
They think we're gods.
It came through the Stargate.
When in Rome.
Literally, by the looks of it. Ah.
Your queen.
Sharae, it's me.
I'm still confused. So it looks like that creature that came out of that woman's stomach has gone into her, Sharae. And she's become one of the aliens, but that's not what the aliens look like. They look like what we think of as a, bug-eyed, grey-skinned alien in the film. So I don't quite understand.
Once we seal the iris, we could still get a transmission from our teams.
Yes, sir. But we couldn't be sure it's not the aliens. Or one of our own people under duress of torture.
That is the risk. You don't know it's still them.
But look what I did, Foss.
Tanya!
You okay? I think so.
So what are those people kept in there for? So we saw all the other women in the nice quarters, in that nice big room. Obviously he was trying to pick someone to be his wife. Why are they kept in this not so nice room? What's their purpose?
Where are you from?
Earth.
Well, don't tell them.
Where are you from?
Excuse me.
No, that's a really, really bad idea.
This is where we're from.
That's a terrible idea to tell them where you're from with that one well, with that one symbol, they've now just confirmed that, because they've already been there, that they came from the planet Earth that they visited earlier. But that's just an awful idea. Now they know they've got different technology and stuff. Should have kept that quiet.
Warren, let's go. Rise and shine.
Suns.
The sun's coming up.
And the suns, that's quite interesting. The suns looked smaller than ours. So one sun, that planet might be quite cold, but because there's two of them and they're smaller, but the two combined giving off heat would probably make it comparable to Earth. That's how I saw that anyway. So they look as big as or as close as our sun.
Light like that, Captain. Yeah, gets a little chilly on this planet at night.
And that would be why, if the suns are further away. I'm very confused because this kind of like I said, looks medieval, but the other buildings were like Roman.
It was Apophis.
Who?
Ra was the sun god who ruled the day. Apophis was the serpent god, Ra's rival who ruled the night. It's right out of the Book of the Dead.
I think I'm going to brush up on my Egyptian history. This doesn't look good. That looks like a firing squad.
Going to choose
Choose what?
who will be the children of the gods.
So is it who will have more of those things inside them? So that's why they've kept them. It's a bit unceremonious exit from that thing then. They're going to be killed for that.
We choose him.
Again, they shoot them. They don't care about. There's thousands of people out there. They're nothing to them.
Kill the rest.
Okay, so they plan on killing them anyway.
I can save these people. Help me.
Many have said that.
Oh.
But you are the first I believe could do it.
How could two of them take on all of them? That was a bit ridiculous. Why are they there shooting all the unarmed people when they're all being picked off one by two people with weapons? You would just all take out the people with weapons. So this guy's sort of rebelling against his master. Those weapons are quite powerful.
Go! Come on! Come on! Go! There you go! 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 Come on!
I thought they'd be in a basement, not on a ground level room.
Hey, come on!
I have nowhere to go.
For this, you can stay at my place.
That's a good line. So yeah, he's rebelled against his people, and yeah, he's responsible for the deaths of all his people in that room, and he has nowhere to go. Yeah, he's burned all his bridges. He'll be killed immediately if they found him. So yeah, he's gonna bunk up at Jack's.
What's your name?
Tilk.
Oh.
What the hell is that?
It is an infant Goa'uld, the larval form of the gods. I have carried one since I was a child, as all Jaffa carry one.
I really don't understand that. What that is. Not bad effects. So it's their guarding the gate. Oh, so those transporter basically. Yeah, nice effect. Okay, so they had that ship at that building, and rather than walk into the gate, they've basically flown there, and they're just transported down. They're now going to leave through the Stargate. I really do like the special effects. They're really cool. That's literally what that was basically a transportation ship just taking people there, beam them down, weapons out. So it looks like a bigger version of the ship we saw in the film, but they're using some of the sequences from the film. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Spin round. Yeah. So where they're going now. So they dial the address and then hit the button to confirm. Aha! That'll do it. It's not him. So that thing completely takes over the body and mind of the person it's in. So that is no longer Skara. It's like the alien from the film. It's the same tech and everything. So I'm still confused what that thing is and what we saw. And I assume Shah Ray is the same. She's not there anymore. It's that thing. Where have they gone? The symbols were lit up on the that device. So did he see them? Because if you can see the symbols, he knows where they went.
Did you see the symbols?
They're stuffed then. Oh, although that guy who helped them might know where they've gone. In fact, more than likely he does. He'll know the addresses of where they've gone to, probably. So he's a good resource to use.
Once you've sent the signal, I want you to go through. Tell them we're bringing company.
Oh god, they're taking all the people with them. That's not going to go down too well. So they've planted claymore mines around there.
Seal it off. Lock out their transmitters.
Yes, sir.
You got about 30 seconds to dial up.
Send a signal as soon as it opens, Captain. Pull them out! Fall back.
So that's the signal for the to tell them who they are.
No signal yet, General.
Oh. Why aren't you sending it?
Is it working?
Well, let's hope so. If not, I'll be the first to know.
Oh, wait, there it is.
Blimey. That's tough. What if something goes wrong? You step through and whack, you're dead. That's nice. You see them going in but not coming out the other side. I know it's a simple camera trick, but it's still nice.
Hold your fire! They're refugees!
I hope you know
Yeah.
Captain.
They're not going to be set up for this at the Earth end. For, refugees, what do they do with them? And I would, as a commanding officer, I would not be happy that they brought them back. I understand, obviously, they're refugees; they're saving their lives. What else could they do? But from a command point of view, that would not go down too well. From from a security point of view.
Hit the claymores!
Oh, they put them on the ridge.
We need cover here!
There is no cover. You're completely open. I mean, what? Again, from a tactical point of view, if I was those soldiers coming down, I'd have hidden at the top of the ridge and be firing their weapons. He's just throwing rocks at them. There's not even any point firing. This is too many. You just need to run. Oh.
Hold your fire! They're with us!
Yeah, but him coming through in his armor. Okay, he gave it up. Okay. Oh.
Closing iris. Wormhole disengaged.
Oh god. Those thuds that we heard was those soldiers coming through after them. Oh, that's pretty horrifying that you can hear them coming through. Yeah, I wonder if there is like blood and gore on the back of the the shield that comes up. Ugh, we don't want to be the cleaner for that job. God, how do you deal with all of this now? These people. Oh, they've got missiles and rockets as well.
We can use the Stargate to send these people home, sir.
Okay. Okay. So they don't have to keep them on Earth. They can send them back to their homes as long as they know where they came from. Yeah, okay, makes sense. Still a security risk though to the base.
General Hammond, this is Teal'c. You can help us. And if you accept my recommendation, sir, you'll join SG1.
What? I'm sorry, but he would never see another sunlight, day of sun. He would spend the rest of his life. They would be pumping him for information, for intelligence information. They would have him under lock and key forever. He would why on earth would you let him onto one of the teams? Yes, he helped them then. That doesn't mean you give him complete trust and everything. I mean, how much bad stuff has he done? I mean, we saw him. Well, he was the one who helped kill those 4 soldiers at the beginning. I don't remember if he actually shot anyone himself, but I mean, over the years, how much damage has he done? And okay, he did that one thing. That doesn't make up for it all. I can't believe they would ever let him join the team. That's crazy.
Kowalski, you alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
So he sounds like himself.
This sure to be a very interesting debriefing for SG Units 1 and 2. We'll be at 0730.
And for the next 6 months, while they talk about what happened.
She's out there somewhere, Jack.
I know. So Scar. We find him.
Air Force lets them. See, this is the problem. This is what I mean. Who knows what they're going to discover when they're out there? What risks and security problems they're bringing back? So he's been taken over. Okay. Oh, really good. Really enjoyed it. I'm really confused by a few things. I don't understand the aliens. I don't know if they're different aliens to what we saw in the film. I don't understand. Special effects I thought were pretty good. I do really like the sort of transporter effect they have. Those the smaller Stargates that come down. That looks really cool. I can't remember what year this was made in. It's 90s, late 90s, I think. But I thought, yeah, quite good. So I'm assuming now we're going to be seeing them going out trying to find the two, Shara and Skara. although that's not going to be the Air Force's priority. They're not going to care about that. Their primary mission will be to go out and find, like I said, allies, basically. But so that's still risky because you're drawing attention to yourself. So you might not just find allies, you might find more enemies. I like the shield they have that pops up. That's quite cool, and obviously it works. Well, it works on people, but that's makes sense. And they have like a security code so that they can all pass through. That makes sense. So the different actors playing the parts, they're okay. I say I liked Richard Dean Anderson in MacGyver. So I think that's the only thing I've seen him in. There's another show he did called either Legend or Legends. It's kind of like a Western thing with sort of technology as well, and that's been on. It's not been on in the UK, and it's very hard to find the DVDs for, I think. So that's something I wanted to watch but never have. What's his name from Star Trek Next Generation? John Delancey is in it as well, so I did want to watch that. But I don't think I've seen him in any other programs. But I quite liked him in this. So he's very different, playing it very differently to the how it was done in the film. The actor playing Daniel Jackson, I think, is actually very similar. Got similar mannerisms and things, so he's quite close. Samantha Carter, who we didn't see in the film, she's new. So she's like a scientist / soldier. So yeah, and the general in charge of it he seems nicer than the guy in the film, General West. He had no personality or anything. He was just So he seems okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I say lots of questions, but I know it's a long show. Hopefully, I'll get lots of answers. Yeah, so let me know what you thought about this one in the comments below, and I shall see you for the next episode. Be seeing you.